Job, chapters 3 through 4. After this, Job began to speak and cursed the day he was born. He said, "May the day I was born perish, and the night that said, a boy is conceived. If only that day had turned to darkness, may God above not care about it, or light shine on it. May darkness and gloom reclaim it, and a cloud settle over it. May what darkens the day terrify it. If only darkness had taken that night away, may it not appear among the days of the year, or be listed in the calendar. Yes, may that night be barren. May no joyful shout be heard in it. Let those who curse days condemn it, those who are ready to rouse Leviathan. May its morning stars grow dark. May it wait for daylight, but have none. May it not see the breaking of dawn, for that night did not shut the doors of my mother's womb, and hide sorrow from my eyes. Why was I not stillborn? Why didn't I die as I came from the womb? Why did the knees receive me? And why were the breasts for me to nurse? Now I would certainly be lying down in peace. I would be asleep. Then I would be at rest. You got to be very careful when we get into times of tribulation and trials like this. Because what happens here is he's cursing himself. He's cursing the day he was ever born. His destiny, because he's getting his eyes. He's starting to lose focus now. And he's getting his eyes off of doing the Lord's work and worrying more about himself because of the grievances that he's going through. Remember, don't account to yourself the things that you go to in this life, but the ones in the life to come, for that's the one that's going to matter. This life isn't the one that matters. Whatever comes against us, whatever trials, whatever tribulations, nothing should separate us from the love of God. Because there is nothing of this life that's going to matter when we're standing with our Creator. With the kings and counselors of the earth who rebuilt ruined cities for themselves, or with princes who had gold, who filled their houses with silver. Or why was I not hidden like a miscarried child, like infants who never see daylight? There the wicked cease to make trouble, and there the weary find rest. The captives are completely at rest. They do not hear a taskmaster's voice. Both small and great are there, and the slave is set free from his master. Why is light given to one burdened with grief, and life to those whose existence is bitter? Who wait for death, but it does not come, and search for it more than for hidden treasure? Who are filled with much joy, and are glad when they reach the grave? Why is life given to a man whose path is hidden, whom God has hedged in, who God has hedged in? I sigh when food is put before me, and my groans pour out like water. For the thing I feared has overtaken me, and what I dreaded has happened to me. I cannot relax or be calm. I have to rest, for turmoil has come. Then Eliphaz, the Temanite, replied, "Should anyone try to speak with you when you are exhausted, yet who can keep from speaking? Indeed, you have instructed many and have strengthened weak hands." Though these men's hearts are in the right place, sometimes we got to be careful taking advice from people, because people sometimes will give advice from man's experiences. Sometimes there's certain things that we go through, and there's certain things that we need to just turn to the Lord for, that we can't gain advice from people about, because they don't know every detail of your relationship with God. But we must turn to the Lord. Your words have steadied the one who was stumbling, and braced the knees that were buckling. But now that this has happened to you, you have become exhausted. It strikes you, and you are dismayed. Isn't your piety, your confidence, and the integrity of your life your hope? Consider who has perished when he was innocent. Where have the honest been destroyed? In my experience, those who plow unjust and those who sow trouble reap the same. They perish at a single blast from God and come to an end by the breath of his nostrils. The lion may roar and the fierce lion growl, but the teeth of young lions are broken. The strong lion dies if it catches no prey, and the cubs of the lioness are scattered. A word was brought to me in secret. My ears caught a whisper of it. Among unsettling thoughts from visions in the night, when deep sleep comes over men, fear and trembling come over me and made all my bones shake. I felt a draft on my face, and the hair on my body stood up. A figure stood there, but I could not recognize its appearance. A form loomed before my eyes. I heard a whispering voice. Can a mortal be righteous before God? Can a man be more pure than his Maker? If God puts no trust in his servants, and he charges his angels with foolishness, how much more those who dwell in clay houses, whose foundation is in the dust, who are crushed like a moth. They are smashed to pieces from dawn to dusk. They perish forever while no one notices. Are their tents cords not pulled up? They die without wisdom.